Hello everyone, my name is Xuanyang, and my topic for the community contribution is the income distribution and its influence factor. So I basically want to first look at the distribution of income, and then we will study what is the most important factor that determine the income. Let's first look at the dataset. The dataset consists of a few variables, including wage and some variables that might influence wages, such as education and experience. The education and experience variables, they are obtained by converting the original levels to numerical values. So basically, a higher education level will go to a higher numerical value. The study is split into two parts. We will first look at the distribution, and ideally the distribution of incomes of a population should be normal with a bell shape. That means that there is a large group of middle class. We will see if that is true with a histogram. The histogram doesn't show that it is true, and the distribution is skewed to the right, and the density curve show the same thing. We now use the QQ plot to check for normality, and the plot shows that the distribution is far from normal. And from the density curve, it seems that our distribution looks like an exponential distribution. So let's see the QQ plot for exponential distribution, and it seems that our distribution is closer to exponential distribution than it is to a normal one. And then we conduct a Shapiro hypothesis test, and then we see that the p-value is extremely small, meaning that our distribution is unlikely to be normal one. So overall, the wage is heavily skewed to the right, meaning that there is a small group of very rich people, and the majority of population is to the left side of the income. And this is in line with a study that I just came up with, which showed that the middle class is shrinking over the course of 50 years. Now we want to see what is the most important factor that influence for income. We will compare education and experience. We fit linear regression. We use linear regression model to study the relationship, and then basically we'll obtain estimates of beta 1, and the higher the beta 1, the larger the effect the variable on the income. So the estimate of beta 1 for education is 0.08, and the estimate for experience is only 0.004, meaning that the education is more important for a higher wages than the experience. But now we use a Geom smooth built-in function to fit a nonlinear curve to our data. While the relationship between education and wage is generally positive, the relationship between experience and wages is only positive up until a point. Basically, after experience equal 25, the relationship is negative. Basically saying that the more experience you have, the less wage you get. I think this is an interesting observation, and is a topic for future study. Another topic for future study is there any better distribution that can describe our wage distribution other than, so I'm using an exponential distribution. There may be some other better models to describe that. Please let me know if you have any questions and comments, and thank you for viewing.